Hello, what's going on? My name is Dr. Sami Baya. Please welcome back to my channel. Now, intercultural communication is the title of today's video lesson, and we're going to talk about introduction to intercultural communication, definitions, types of intercultural communication skills, examples of intercultural communication, the importance of intercultural communication, and I'm going to give you a summary of all these subtopics that I'll give in this video now, and probably I'll also respond to a few FAQs about intercultural communication. So, intercultural or interpersonal communication may be defined as a continuous occurrence for mutual transfer of information resulting from happenings in the past and the past actions of the concerned parties. Intercultural communication arises when different groups of varied cultures gather and convey information correctly and skillfully in a manner acceptable to the group's diverse opinions. So, what is the importance of intercultural communication? Intercultural communication offers the ability to deal across cultures, which is increasingly important as the world gets smaller. So getting smaller doesn't mean the world is becoming identical. It means having more and more contact with people who are culturally different. The importance of intercultural communication is more than this. Check out for more videos about the importance of intercultural communication in this channel. Now let's look at the definitions of intercultural communication, or other definitions, other related definitions. Now, international communication is the transfer of information between one government to another government mutually. Intracultural communication is that which occurs within the same cultural group. Intercultural business communication takes place within a business group or among many business concerns, both having people of diverse cultures. So in intercultural communication, people of one culture try to know the information conveyed to them by other cultures. For example, in a hotel establishment, the hoteliers assess their customers' requirements, tests, and provide services accordingly. The customers also inform the hoteliers of their needs. So, distinct cultures arise from nations, races, religions, managers, workers, linguistics, philosophical beliefs, commerce, officers, genders, and so on. To share information and ideas among cultures, it is necessary to know one's own culture, cultures of other surrounding groups, the dominating group's culture, and co-cultures of gender, religion, or age group, and so on. So what is interpersonal communication? In interpersonal communication, both verbal, that is oral, and non-verbal modes exist. The non-verbal mode is silent, exhibiting body language using eye contact, hand movements, facial expressions, and other body gestures. Non-verbal behavior is preferred and adopted more by females than males. And again, if you didn't know, white people give more importance to non-verbal behavior. So let's look at the types of intercultural communication skills. There are 4 types of intercultural communication skills. Personal character, like communication ability, is not limited to the recipient, situation, and time. 2. Communication skills suitable to situations independent of the receiver or receivers. 3. Communication based on the audience, single or many receivers. 4. Communication with the receiver about specific situations while being constrained by time. So, examples on intercultural communication is whereby a Christian conversing with a Muslim, a woman receiving an order from a man, an American and African share their views, a Chinese politician's discussion with an American leader. So, what are the things to be avoided in intercultural communication? Number 1, abusing the traditions. Number 2, slangs, idioms, and other regional sayings. Number 3, insensitivity and unempathetic to other cultures and habits. Number 4, not giving due consideration for language barriers. So, what is the importance of intercultural communication? Interested academics and academicians have researched the different intercultural communication aspects. Such studies are being used in business concerns, management, advertising, commercial establishments, website design, and so on. These uses have become global as these establishments have wide networks all over the world. For them, intercultural communication is essential for the enlargement of their business and maximization of their profits by better managing their staff and understanding their consumers' needs. Intercultural theories are now widely used in education, healthcare, and other public services. Such developments have been necessitated due to ever-increasing multicultural groups of the population. As we are not alone, we need to move in society. For this, the sharing of information, thoughts, and ideas are necessary. It is called communication, and via communication, we express our views. We make others aware of our presence and participate in every activity, thus avoiding separation from society. Fulfilling our ambitions to achieve our aim, educating the people, and so on are the purposes of intercultural communication. Education and intercultural communication. So the students in school are from diverse cultural groups of society. It is useful to spread knowledge among the students by properly utilizing intercultural communication. Intercultural communication has different features. One, diverse groups express their thoughts in various ways. Silent communication is sometimes more effective than an oral one, that is by eyes, touch, and other body language gestures. They should be correctly interpreted. So, let me give you a summary of this video lesson in a paragraph or so. Communication is vital for us to live in a society. Communication has developed vastly today from intrapersonal through interpersonal, intercultural, and intracultural stages. Messages can be communicated from person to small and large gatherings. The audience may be of the same kind of group or diverse kinds of political groups, ruling people, scientists, doctors, and professionals. Intercultural communication is necessarily global today to address the needs of the various groups of people in every nation, race, religion, culture, professions, and politics. Today we are covered by the global economy. Interdependent situation. Intercultural communication is to be utilized beneficially. So let's look at the frequently asked questions in intercultural communication. Number one, what is interpersonal communication? In interpersonal communication, both verbal, that is oral, and non-verbal modes exist. The non-verbal mode is silent, exhibiting body language using eye contact, hand movements, facial expressions, and other body gestures. The non-verbal behavior is preferred and adopted more by female than males. White people prefer non-verbal behavior. Serious partners preferred and worked on non-verbal communication than casual partners. So the types of interpersonal communication. One, let's look at the oral, that is through speech. Between two people, that is telephone. We have public speeches, we have small group communication. Then we have the non-verbal, that is through body language. So the other frequently asked question is, what is the nature of interpersonal communication? The nature of interpersonal communication, it is that it is for independent individuals. It is both verbal and body language messages. It exists in various forms. Interpersonal communication is relational naturally. It has a continuously rising trend. So what is intrapersonal communication? Intrapersonal communication is a person's communication with himself. It is an internal thinking activity and silent dialogue, rarely loud. So thus it is self-talk before we act. The sender and receiver of the message are the same people, the message being our thought. Intrapersonal communication is perpetual. So what is the purpose of intercultural communication? That is another frequently asked question. What is the purpose of intercultural communication? The purpose of intercultural communication is sharing information, thoughts, and ideas. Because this is necessary. So, it is called communication, and by communication we express our views. We make others aware of our presence and participate in any activity, thus avoiding separation from society, fulfilling our ambitions to achieve our aim, educating the people, and so on are the purposes of intercultural communication. Thank you for watching this full video lesson. I hope you've learned something. Please spare a minute or two and give a summary of the whole video lesson in the comment section below. Or again, you can ask a question on the comment section below. Just drop your ideas about this subject. All right. God bless you. See you in the next lesson.